Printemps is a French department store. The Printemps stores focus on beauty, lifestyle, fashion, accessories, and menswear. History: Printemps was founded in 1865 by Jules Jalizot and Jean-Alfred Duclos. The store was designed by noted architects Jules and Paul Zar, copyright Dill, and opened at the corner of La Havre and Boulevard Haussmann, in Paris, France on November 3, 1865. The building was greatly expanded in 1874, and elevators from the 1867 Universal Exposition were installed. Rebuilt after a fire in 1881, the store became the first to use electric lighting, in 1888. It was also one of the first department stores with direct subway access, the metro being connected in 1904. The policies of Printemps revolutionized retail business practices. The store marked items with set prices and eschewed the haggling based on customer appearance that had previously been standard in retail shopping. Like other grands magasins, Printemps used the economies of scale to provide high-quality goods at prices that the expanding middle class could afford. They also pioneered the idea of discount sales to clear outdated stocks, and later the use of window models to display the latest fashions. Printemps was noted for its branding innovations as well, handing out bouquets of violets on the first day of each spring and championing the new Art Nouveau style, with its nature-inspired motifs. In 1904, a near collapse of the business led to the resignation of Jules Jalizot, who was succeeded by Gustave Langouny, who the following year announced the construction of a second store. This location, designed by architect René Binet, opened 5 years later and is famously dominated by a glass-domed hall 42 meters in height, and a noted Art Nouveau staircase. The first store outside of Paris was opened in 1912 in Deauville. Peter Langouny, son of Gustave, took the helm of the store in 1920, rebuilding it after another large fire in 1921. In 1931, Printemps created the discount chain Prasunic. By 1970 there were 23 Printemps locations and 13 Prasunic discount outlets. The oil price-driven French economic crisis of the early 1970s significantly threatened Printemps' business model. In response, the firm is transformed into a limited corporation, with controlling interest acquired by the Mos Frères, a Swiss holding company. Led by Jean-Jacques Delord, the firm embarked on a turnaround strategy, creating specialty stores and brands and branching out into retail areas such as food and mail. In the 1980s, the brand went global, opening stores in Japan, Istanbul, Jeddah, Dubai, Singapore and Kuala Lumpur. Current operations and finances. The flagship Printemps store is located on Boulevard Haussmann in the 9th arrondissement of Paris, along with other well-known department stores like Galeries Lafayette. There are other Printemps stores in Paris and throughout France. The store has opened branches outside France in locations including Andorra, the Ginza shopping district in Tokyo, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia and Shanghai. However, the franchises in Seoul, Kuala Lumpur, and Singapore, which opened in 1980s, and the one in Taipei, which opened in 1993, are closed, as is the only North American branch in Denver, Colorado, which had opened in 1987. On January 15, 2014, Printemps opened its first new store in 32 years in the Carrousel du Louvre shopping mall in Paris. The figures of the Four Seasons on the four-section aid were sculpted by French sculptor Henri Cherpu. Jalizot was replaced as owner in 1900 by Gustave Langouny, after the business came close to collapse. In the early 20th century, the building was then extended along the Boulevard Haussmann by architect René copyright Binet in an Art Nouveau style. The building burned down, and its interior was rebuilt in the 1920s. A remarkable feature of the Haussmann store is an elaborate cupola above the main restaurant in the store, installed during the 1923 reconstruction. In 1939, to avoid the risk that it would be destroyed in bombing attacks, the cupola was dismantled and stored at Clichy. It was restored in 1973 by the grandson of its original designer, using plans that had been kept in the archives of the family business. In 1975, the four-section aid and cupola of the building were registered as historical monuments. Their slogan, invented in 1996, is Au Printemps, now Savons des Vartiments, which is sung as a catchy jingle on advertisements. On December 16, 2008, the Paris department store Printemps Horseman was evacuated following a bomb threat from the terrorist group FRA. The demining services found 5 sticks of dynamite in the toilet of the store. The FRA claims this assassination attempt and demanded the withdrawal of 3,000 French soldiers deployed in Afghanistan. Ownership Printemps and its subsidiaries were acquired in 1991 by Frona Section Wa Pinault and merged with other holding into Pinault Printemps Redet, now PPA Group, the parent company of Gucci and FNAC. In 1997, a complete renovation of the flagship store was completed. In 2006, PPA sold Printemps to the Italian Belletti Group, who made major investments to revamp the stores. On July 31, 2013, Divine Investments SA, a Qatari-controlled investment fund, announced it has bought Printemps. On August 4, 2013, labour organisations in France asked the Paris prosecutor a unregistered trademark S office to open a preliminary inquiry into the sale, in response to a complaint from labour representatives. On August 8, 2013, a French court rejected the request to stop the sale. A 2008 treaty exempts Qatari investors from taxes on the profits they make when they sell properties in France. See also, List of works by Henri Cherpu. References. External links, English, official site focusing on the flagship Paris store. French, Group Printemps includes information on other stores.